Hello and welcome. So in this video, I want to show you how to create a simple analytical model and a simple story in SAC. So let's jump into the session. So I logged into my SAC. This is how it looks. The initial screen. I'm on my home page, my home screen. So from the left panel, you can go to files. Inside the files, I mean just click on the my files. You will have public and samples. Inside public, I have created a folder with Angie my name. I'm going to create my analytical model here. So you can come to files, my files and public folder. You can create from here. So you can create many objects like stories, composite model, all these things. And if you want to create directly from modeler also, you will be able to create. Here you can see when you go to modeler, you can create either model, which is import model or live model. We have two types of model, like analytical and planning. And in that, again, you can create like import model or live model. Okay, let's go to my files, and I have added my folder Anji to favorites. So let's go to favorites. You can add any objects to favorites by, if you come here, you'll see a star. You can, if you click that star, it will be added to your my favorites directly. You can go there and check. So, okay, let's not waste any more time, and let's create a simple model. Click on this, create a model. So it will come again here for modeler. So here I want to create an analytical model. So click on model, and you can see you can create a model with data or without data. So in this case, I'm going to load my data from a file, flat file. Let me show you the file. This is the file with some sample data, sales orders data here I have. So I'm going to load this to my model. So I'm going to start with the data because I have a file with the data ready. So click on start with the data. And when you are creating a model, it will ask for the connection or connection. We can see here there are different connection types like all cloud connections or on-premise connections. If you select cloud, it will show you all the cloud related sources or on-premise you can. But here in this case, I want to load from the file. So let's select file directly. It will ask me file to select the file. So let's go inside this, click the select source file. So this is my sales order item CSV file where I have my sample sales orders data. Click on open. You can see I have a header row which indicates like what type of sales order item, product ID, currency, gross amount, tax amount. So this is my header data. So that's why what it is saying is use first row as column header and then CSV delimiter like it is auto delete like comma separator or any other separator is used. So I'll leave it as this. Let's click on import. So it's creating the model. So I will minimize this left side panel. So here you can see what happened is there are two right measures and dimensions. From the file, if you see, we have sales orders, ID, item, product ID, note ID, currency, gross amount, net amount, tax amount. So we have dimensions and measures in this file. So measures are nothing but quantifiable fields. For example, gross amount we can make it as sum, net amount we can make it as sum, which we can aggregate like we can do sum. Okay, those are measures. Dimensions are not quantifiable. or we can do now, we can't do summation of those things. Let's go back and see here. You can see under dimension, sales order ID, product ID, mount ID, currency, stay item status, open item position, quantity unit. See, this quantity unit is a measure, not a dimension. So if you want to change from dimension to measure or measure to dimension, you click on these three dots, change dimension type, not dimension. See, convert to measure. This is a measure, not a dimension. I'll flip. Sorry, this is quantity unit, then it's fine. Unit is fine. It's not a measure. This is quantity unit. I thought it is quantity. And here under the measures, you can see net amount is a measure, tax amount, sales order item. This is not a measure, it's a dimension. So let's change this to dimension by clicking on convert to dimension. Then gross amount, quantity is fine. There is again delivery date. It's a date, not a measure. Okay, so change this also to dimension. When you change that, it will come here under dimensions. Okay, now it is correct. We have all the dimensions and measures. And right side, you see here delivery date is selected. That's why it is showing its properties. Suppose if you select any dimension, so it shows the dimension properties here. Let's unselect one. So right now I selected sales order ID. That dimension properties it will show here. Sales order ID, name, description, type. What type of dimension is it? We have multiple. We'll discuss all of them in next sessions. Okay. So, and if you want to see, for example, here it's dimension. When you click here, you can switch to our model properties here. You can see the planning capabilities. This is not planning enabled model. It's a simple analytical model. When you are loading from file, planning is not supported. It's a analytical model. And these are the properties for the model. You can go here by clicking on the setting button. This will open model preferences. Here you can see general settings, model information. What type of model is this? Analytical model. Planning capabilities are not enabled. Okay. And then access privacy. There are multiple options here under the model preferences. We'll go through them in the later session. But for now, this is an analytical model, which is not planning. It will not support the planning. Okay. And here, that's how you check any dimension property or model property. You can switch from here as well directly. Okay. And then you can click on toggle data foundation view. If you click this, it will show you the data which is available in the file. Okay. If you don't want to see that, you can click on this directly. Okay. And if you don't want to see this right side panel, click on the details, it will go. Okay. And if you want to see like graph or model view graph, or this is list, if you click on graph, it will show like this. Okay. All these things is fine. Now let's save this model. So that's it. That's how it'll ask for the name. So let's go to our folder. I'll save it here. Sales order items. I'll give a name. Description is optional, so I'm going to save this. So our model is saved now. It's a simple model. There are different things in this, but I'm not going through everything for now. And you can see here, once model is saved, the version dimension was added automatically. You see here, version. There is a new dimension added called version, which is not there in our file. So by default, when you create a new model, this version dimension is added. It will be added. And what type of data you see here, if I go to again here and version, you see this version uh, like there is separate dimension table for this, and you can check that like what kind of, if you click here and go to data view, and you can see there is one version public.actual. So by default version is added. In that version we have one like public.actual version. Okay. So whenever you create a model, version will be added automatically. In case of planning model, date and version, these two dimensions are mandatory. Okay. So model is created and you can check the data from the foundation data view. Okay, if you want all those things. And you can see this is the actual version. Okay, now let's create a sample story on this model. Go back home or go to models. I'm in my folders. From here I can create story. You can also create stories from here. Okay, so let's minimize this. I'm going to create from here. Create story. So you can see you can create responsive or canvas. Responsive story, nothing but it will adjust the story based on like whatever the device you are in. If you are seeing this story, it will adjust in phone, it will adjust according to your phone screen. And desktop, if you are seeing it, will adjust according to the desktop. If you are using laptop, it will adjust. So let's create a responsive story. And here you can see left side we have widgets. Okay, widgets are nothing but whatever the like thing you put, like table is a widget, charts is a widget, all these things. And here left side panel, if you don't want to see, you can close that. You want to see this. So you can see a drag and drop a widget. So I want to like, let's say for example, I want to create a story with a table for now. Let's drag the table. It will say select a model. You want to create a story on what? You want to select a model. So I'm going to select existing model. Click on other model which we created. We select that model. Go to public and this is my model which created. I selected that. Let's see what happens. Okay. So here you can see data source, which is our model. And then you can see here gross amount is added here. We have multiple measures where for now it added like gross amount. You can see here rows and columns. In columns, one model measure is added, which is our gross amount. I want to add multiple measures. You can go to this filter. You can select whatever you want, or you can add everything. So when you add everything, you can see gross amount, net amount, tax amount, all these things came in the columns. And I want to see these amounts based on my product ID. Let's select product ID in the rows. So you can see for this product, what is the gross amount, all these things. Like this, you can create a table. And one more thing, you see in columns, you can also add dimensions. For example, if I click on add dimension, I'll select version. See, version came here in the columns. Since we only have one version, what I will do is instead of displaying multiple times, I will move this to above the measure. So you can see here one actual version is there for all these things. It's a simple table. And let's add one more widget, like this time I'll add chart, drag and drop the chart. When you add chart, there are multiple kind of charts are there. For example, here I've added chart. When you select here, you can see currently selected chart is bar column. It will show it is in. If you want, you can see there are multiple chart types. Okay, let's go with pie. See when you select, uh, and let me move this here. Okay, see measure, at least one measure is required when in case of this pie chart. So let's select that. Let's select gross amount. Okay, cross amount is added, and then at least add one dimension required. Measure color. Okay, we selected measure. Let's select again product ID. Okay, okay. You see, it's showing product wise gross amount. Okay, but we have, I think there are multiple product IDs. There are many. Here it's showing only few. So let's click on this warnings. Okay, your data selection has too many values. Auto top n has been applied to the chart to display 10 values to reduce the amount. Okay, what happened is we have multiple product IDs. Since there are too many, what it has done is it has applied automated top 10. Okay, that's what it is saying here. So let's do one thing. You can apply top from the rank, top n products. I want to see only five now. Okay, top five products with gross amount. So I applied five. You can see. So you can save this story. I'll save this under the same folder. So it, I mean, there is a model in this folder. Since we are saving story, it's not showing. So I will name it as Sage over V. I'll save the story. Okay, here also, if you don't want to see right side panel, left side, you can close this in the story and your story will look like this. And we are in edit, right? Suppose when user sees how it look is, if you go to click on view, your story will look like this to the user. Let's wait for some time. This is how it will be presented to user. Okay. Yeah. So if you click this, it will go into presentation mode. Okay. So yeah, then yeah, that's about this for this session. We'll discuss more in detail other things. Thank you.